So I just wrapped up my Battle of the Bulge playset build. What should I do now? Build another playset. Stay tuned. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Paul Knapp coming to you once again from the Man Cave, and I've just finished posting a video on my latest playset box build, the Battle of the Bulge, so hopefully you guys can check that out on my YouTube channel. Now let's start another playset box build. This box was actually gifted to me by somebody at the Toy Soldier show in Chicago, Mr. Rich Egan. So we're going to go ahead and build this little playset. It's a smaller box. It's inspired by Barzso playsets. And I think you guys are going to enjoy this. It's going to be much shorter and no painting involved, which is great. So let's get started. Now, as you can see, this box is much smaller than my custom-made playset boxes. This measures approximately 13 by 10, I believe. Yeah, roughly 10 by about 3 inches deep. And this was gifted to me by Mr. Rich Egan. He said we had talked about this box on my live stream show one night. Nobody knew where the box had came from. It does have the resemblance of Barzso and the artist that did a lot of the Barzso playsets. However, this box was actually sold at St. Louis, but there was no toys in it. It was actually jams and jellies. So he got one of the boxes for me and he said, let's turn this into a playset. So I've already acquired all the stuff that I need for this playset, I think. Might make some changes or some additions to it, but first thing I did was went online and got some information about St. Louis itself and the trading company specifically. So I just made a decal and put that on the top. So you can stop the video and read that if you like, but it was just something I got off the internet. Now let's go through the items that I picked out for this set. Again, there's not going to be any battling going on here. This is not a war. This is just a trading post. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Something different. So first up, I purchased some of the Marks reissue trees, the flat trees. Just a little something in the background when I set up a little diorama. So I'm adding those to the set. Also the Marks reissue cabin. Now this is a two-piece cabin which goes together. I may or may not glue that together. I'm not sure. The insides do have a flooring to it, but the door is wedged open, half open, whatever you want to say. So it's going to remain there. Not sure if I'm going to paint this. I was trying to not paint anything in this set, but I thought this building with the roof on looked very similar to this. So we're going to go with this, and because it's only about 3 inches thick, it does lay down and will fit inside this the box. So perfect fit, and again, I'm not sure if I'm going to glue that together or not, but I'm going to come up with some type of signage up here saying trading post, and that's the first two things we're putting in this playset. Next up, we have some 3D printed items from my friend Brandon Helms. He was also at the Chicago Toy Soldier show this past year, and we connected, and I said I wanted some items to basically go with this trading post. He's made some barrels, some logs, some flour sacks, things like that. So these ones are all attached. These ones are individual, so I'm going to have to paint all these up. But I thought, man, that looks like a perfect fit right outside the trading post with some of these barrels. I think that'll look perfect. And some of the boxes. So that's some of the 3D printed items I'm going to add. Now I think the remainder of the items I'm going to be adding to this playset are going to be figures from Barzso, now LOD Enterprises. The first up are these LOD Pack Horse and the LOD Burrow Pack Train. As you can see here, we have a fur trader, and he's got some mules as well as a horse. So I may not use all these in this set, but I'm probably going to use at least half. So again, you can find these at LOD Enterprises. This is the Burrow Pack and the Pack Horse set. Now, as you can see from the front of the box, there were Native Americans that did trading at the St. Louis Trading Company. So I was trying to find some that weren't warring, and this one, the Mohawks Indians with canoe. I thought, well, they're right on the Mississippi. That might work. I may take out the shooting Native American there and just have the canoe. This next set that I purchased is called the Mike Fink set. So these were off the Mike Fink Keelboat playset, I believe. And we have two ladies and Mike Fink himself and Native American. So they might fit into this. The next two pieces that are adding to the set, I believe, are Rebecca and Israel Boone. These come from the Daniel Boone playset. But again, they are not warring, so I thought they'd be a perfect fit. Of course, looking at these guys, they appear to be some type of pioneers. So we have to add the pioneer sets. So we have pioneer set 1, pioneer set 2, and the women pioneers. So we'll be adding those 3 sets. The last set that I picked up from LOD at the show were these 2 figures. We have the Mohawk Indian that captured the 2 ladies from Last of the Mohicans, and their names escape me, but I'm still kind of iffy on this. I was trying to look for some more civilians, so I may or may not add these yet. I'm also looking for the Native Americans camp. So I may check my other boxes and add that. So as of right now, that's what I'm looking at. And let's see what else we can find before we set this up. All right, so here are all the sets opened up so you can see them. Really like these reissued Barzso stuff. I never had the burros or the horse sets. And now that I notice, each pack horse is carrying something totally different. So breaking up this set, I don't think would make sense. So I'm going to keep this as well as the burros all with this playset. So it's going to have 5 burros and 4 horses, 1 rider. Of course, you can see the pioneers back here. I may remove some of the ones that are shooting. Same with the second pioneer set. The Native Americans here, I may remove the one shooting. The other one, not sure yet. With the women pioneers, you do get a double of this lady shooting and this one shooting. So I may just remove those 2. No need to have doubles. Duplicates in this play set, but everything else I think will go. So now it's time to go hunting through my other Barzso play sets and see what other civilian type figures I can pull and add to this. Okay, so I've gone through some of my other Barzso play sets, the French and Indian War set that I made, and the Revolutionary War set, and I found these 4 fence sections, so I'm going to add that to this play set, as well as 2 of these teepee style tents. I'm not sure if they're military or Native American. I think they're more military-ish, but they're going to go with this. I did find a French flag, which I think would go good, seeing as how this was French occupied until it became part of the Louisiana Purchase. I pulled out 4 of these Revolutionary War figures from the Revolutionary War camp. Since they're non-combative, I thought they would go well. I just realized, though, that this blue female is the same pose in tan over here with the pioneers. So anyway, we're not painting them, so we'll have 1 of each color. I pulled out some Rogers Rangers in camp. So again, non-combative. I pulled out a fireplace, campfire, since I had several of those. And I also found the Native Americans in camp. I think that's what they're called, camp poses, something like that. But so I moved them to this. I thought that'd be great. We got a deer. We got some skins, which is cool, since this was about trading skins. And then I spoke to Brandon, who made these for me, and he said go ahead and hit him up with some primer and just put some either black wash on them. He said they'll turn out great. So that's the only thing I'm really painting out of this. Still debating on the Mark's cabin here, what I'm going to do with that. And two other figures that I decided to move from another set that I had. These are, I believe, Black Hawk Indians. And they kind of look like those guys trading. And since they were just kind of standing there holding stuff, I thought they'd fit with this as well. Okay, folks, so here is the finished product. I hope you guys like this. I'm not filming where I would normally do in the garage. I am filming on the man cave dining room table. And I have the famous Joe Baker Playset mat, I guess you could say, his grass mat that he made. And I bought from him years ago. To form my mountains, I just put 2 pillows under the mat. I think that looks okay. Of course, the centerpiece for this is the Mark's reissue trading post, and I have somebody making me a trading post sign right now, but that's not in yet, so we can wait on that. I have a mountain in the back here that is just vacuum form. I think it was from Model Railroading or something like that. Of course, I had added 2 Mark's flat trees, which I painted. I added some BMC Native American items, which I thought would go cool, along with some accessories from Mark's reissue stuff. You can see here some more BMC. Just painted those up real quick. Here's a little lean-to BMC. We have some farm fields from Mark's reissue. I just painted those up. Got some tomatoes growing, some grapes on the vine, and some cabbage here. Native Americans are working the fields. We have 2 Native Americans coming in here with some kill of the day, and yeah, a lot of action going on here at the trading post. We have a mule train coming in. We have a horse train going out. Of course, a lot of people have set up camp around the trading post because this is a big center here. So yeah, I kind of like the way it turned out. I wasn't sure how this was going to go. It's a very small set for me. Everything, all this stuff does fit in the box, the smaller box that I have. The only thing I didn't do was make some type of little creek or river back here, but I think just putting them in the back kind of blends in. You really can't tell when I take my video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, a majority of this is Barzso when it comes to the figures, or LOD now. You can find most of these on LOD website. And the rest of it, like I said, BMC or Mark's. And some 3D printed stuff here from my friend Brandon Helms. So as always, keep on collecting, and let me make a little short video and pictures for you. Thanks for watching.